Hey guys, I'm Johnny. In today's video, I am gonna show you how to make sancocho. This recipe has been requested by a lot of you. So sancocho is like a soup, meat and root vegetable soup. There's a lot of variation of this soup, but I'm gonna show you how I make it, how my family makes it. So let's get started. Sancocho is traditionally made with 7 types of meat, but in my family we only use like 2 types of meat. And the first thing that I'm going to do is to mash my garlic with the oregano. So I'm gonna mash them all together with a little bit of salt. The salt helps the garlic to crush easily. So just mash it in there. And for my sancocho, I'm gonna be using ribs and chicken. I'm using pork ribs, spare ribs, and chicken that I rinse and wash with. It looks pale because I washed it with vinegar and salt. If you're Dominican, you know what I'm talking about. So that's why it looks like that. So in this bowl, I have the meat and I'm going to go ahead and season it. I'm going to be using some adobo, black pepper, and the garlic and oregano mixture. And also we're going to squeeze a sour orange. If you don't have sour orange, you can use lime juice. But sour orange, we use that a lot in Dominican Republic to season our meat, for soups. It is very delicious. So once you season your meat, just mix it all together and set it aside until we're ready to use it. So you want to make sure you use a large pot to make this soup. So in a large pot, it is over medium-high heat. I'm going to go ahead and add some oil. Any cooking oil, canola, vegetable, avocado oil. And now we're going to go ahead and add the meat. Don't worry if the meat doesn't develop a nice brown color because that's not what we're looking for here. It's a lot of meat and it's a soup. It's not gonna get like brown up like that. To this pot, we're going to go ahead, Cuban pepper, culantro, celery, kabocha squash, and whole spice. Also, don't forget to add some onion. Mix it all together, cover it, and you're gonna cook this here for about 30 minutes. So while that cooks like for about 30 minutes, these are some of the vegetables I'm going to be using. So some yautía, yuca, plantains, carrots, and corn. It usually have more, but these are just my favorite. And in the description box, I'm going to put more vegetables that you can add, but these are just the one that I like, so that's what I'm using. So once the 30 minutes are up, we're going to go ahead and remove all the vegetables that we added. The squash, the celery, the whole spice, the culantro, and we're going to go ahead and add it into a blender. So a lot of sancocho that you will see on the internet, they look kind of dark and they're not clear. You know why? Because people skip this step that I'm going to show you. So once you remove all those vegetables, you're going to go ahead and add some water and you're going to like rinse the meat. Like you're gonna take away all those bits of browns or oregano. We don't want that in our soup because in my opinion that doesn't look appetizing. So you're going to remove the meat and you're gonna put it into a bowl. In that liquid that is there in the pot, we're going to go ahead and add it to the blender. Once it's nice and blender, you're going to go ahead and strain it in the pot. Make sure that you use a strainer because if you don't, it will defeat the purpose of like cleaning everything, you know. And then you're going to go ahead and add the water. You're going to return the meat back into the pot. We're going to go ahead and add more culantro, Cuban pepper, celery, whole spice. Give it a nice stir, cover it, and bring this mixture to a boil. So these are the vegetables that I cut up already and I add them into water so the plantains and the vegetable, they don't get dark. So once this mixture has come to a boil, we're going to go ahead and add the vegetables. Give it a nice stir, and we're gonna cook this here for 25 to 30 minutes or until the vegetables are nice and cooked through. So once the vegetables are nice and cooked through, we're gonna add the finishing touches. So in this jug, I have some chicken bouillon cube. These are gonna be the seasoning for our soup. And you wanna make sure you dissolve this very well before you add it to the pot. So what I do, I take some of the hot liquid and dissolve the chicken bouillon cube in there. And then I return that to the pot. I add more sour orange juice. If you don't have sour orange, you can use lime juice and a bunch of cilantro. Give that a nice stir. I'm gonna cook it there like for about 5 minutes until the cilantro cooks through a little through the soup. And there you have it, guys. This is how you make sancocho. It is so delicious. I really hope you get to try it. We usually eat this with white rice and avocado. It is a must to eat it with white rice. I have a video on YouTube on how to make Dominican white rice. I made that like 5 years ago. I'm gonna put a link in the description box. I really hope you get to try this recipe. It is so delicious. It is my favorite. And I'll see you next time. Bye.